much of a difference in the way defenses are lining up and looking at Josh Jacobs after what he put on film last year. You know,
Yeah.
they thought he was pretty good last year, maybe, but then there's knowing it, and now they know it.
You know, to be completely honest, just some of the schemes that we've played against are sold out to stop the run. You know, some of those teams, and still we're an inch or two away, a step here, a step there, away from some really, really big runs. And so I haven't noticed really different coverages or different fronts or things like that. We've played some different teams, which brings different things that we've seen last year because they played different schemes. But I wouldn't say that teams are just playing us different. I think with the added speed outside, you know, they can't just put 8 or 9 guys in the box and play single high. Now they have ways to play too high and take, try and control the deep passing game with guys still fitting the run and things like that. But I wouldn't say that they're playing very much different. Honestly, I know it hasn't been stat-wise exactly what he's wanted, but as he knows just as I know, these runs are so close from just popping and being some explosive gains.
Hey, Derek, Levi with Raiders.com. What I've noticed last week against the Bucs is when the pocket collapsed, you were able to make a couple of big plays on your feet. And going up against Myles Garrett, who is a tenacious pass rusher, what is something that you've seen in Myles Garrett's game that you really respect? And are you planning on trying to make sure that you use your feet more in this game against the Browns?
That's a good question, Levi. You know, it's something we've talked about that since Coach Gruden got here, and I think finally now a lot of completions outside the pocket on scramble drills, me running for first downs and things like that, multiple first downs in games. That stuff, you know, that we have stressed, and it's becoming second nature for me. So it's not something that I'm really consciously thinking about. But when you do play dominant pass rushers like Myles, is, and they have all guys on their front. When you play those guys, sometimes, you know, lanes can open and you can take off and make big plays with your legs, get a first down here and there. So same thing last week. They have so many good defensive linemen, good rushers, that sometimes lanes happen, and I was able to do that. It's not something that I plan on, just, I have to do this, you know. It's just a part of how coach coaches me, and part of second nature now, where I can extend and get out and run or make a play with, you know, throwing it.
Hi, Derek. Levi Damien from USA Today. Brian Edwards, being that he returned to practice today, it suggests that he could be coming back pretty soon. But in his absence, you seem to have really developed a really rapport with Nelson Aguilar. Can you suggest what kind of way that their roles may have evolved during this time?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think we go back. I think if I'm not mistaken, it's been a little bit, but we started 2 receivers that were rookies, right? I think Ruggs and Brian started the season for us, and then Brian ended up getting hurt. Nelson's role got bigger. Ruggsy got hurt a little bit. Zay's role got bigger. And I think what we're seeing, I think as a whole, is just how deep we are at the receiver position. You know, I've had some really talented groups that I've played with, you know, but I think this is the deepest one. You know, where we can just have different guys start and different guys play, and you know, the vertical passing game is still there. You see us taking shot after shot now, you know, because we can roll guys in and they can do it, you know. And so, Coach always has a game plan for every possible scenario you could think of. So to us, there's no real difference in the roles or the way the game is being played. But with the way Coach works, it probably looks different to you because the different guys are playing. But to us, we talk about every different scenario all the time and what everyone's role is. So for us, it's just everyone's been just doing their job, and it's nice because we're so deep at that position.
Derek talked a little bit about the scrambling. When you are able to scramble and get first downs on some of those long yardage plays that you were last week, how does that open maybe things up where defenses need to respect that you can now scramble, maybe have some shots that you can take downfield off it if the defense has to respect your running?
You're right, Josh. You know, I think if I go back, the first year was a struggle when Coach Gruden got here because I was just learning the playbook, trying to figure my way right and, you know, play the way he wants me to play. And then the next year, which was last year, we were able to scramble and I run now and then, you know, for some gains. And then we had scrambled mostly and throw the ball. And this year, we've been able to do both. You know, it's all kind of tying in, where I've been able to get out and run for some first downs and throw the ball outside the pocket I think of Witten off the top of my head, you know, running to the first down to my right, you know, just a couple times in different games. What that does is now when I extend and I'm up in the pocket, they have to choose right now if they're going to come out of their coverage responsibility or they're going to stay back. And that it does allow for some big plays. You know, it has allowed for me to get out and for guys to get wide open, you know, and sometimes I don't really extend it all the way. I get out, and because they come up, you know, I'm able to throw it right as I get out of the pocket, you know, and I don't even have to run, you know. So it has helped, and it has opened that part of our game up, which I've been wanting to tell you, and Coach has been wanting to tell you. It's something we've worked on, and we're still trying to get better. I'm still trying to be better, but it's definitely helping us, Josh.
Hey, Derek, you have taken more shots downfield the last 2 weeks. Is that just a natural progression, or is something that coaches have stressed to you recently?
Yeah, you know, it's something when we get all our guys rolling and healthy, that's a part of what Coach wants to do, you know. And so when they're healthy and we're rolling, and you know, there's a rhythm to it too. You know, the play calling, the game planning. You know who you have every week, you know, and you start, oh, that looks good, or that now we can do this, or now we can do that off of this, you know, all that kind of stuff. Now it's just becoming who we are, and it's something that we were doing all training camp when we had all our horses. You know, we'd try this or we'd try that. You know, there were some days where we were taking like shot after shot after shot, just seeing which ones we liked for the season. You know, and now you also probably remember some of those days, and to different guys. And so now, as everyone's getting healthy and we're staying healthy week to week, it's just a part of what we do. That if they want to do certain things in certain coverages, we have the ability to do that. We also have the ability to do the West Coast offense, where Coach loved the quick game. You know, get the ball out, yards after catch. You know, that's his background. You know, that was kind of my background at Fresno State a little bit. You know, get it, go, and do it that way. And so we're kind of seeing this merge of all this speed in the West Coast and all this kind of stuff. And it's been kind of fun. And like I said, I don't want to be wrong. Maybe a couple weeks ago, it's showing us what we can be. It's showing us the things that we can do. And again, there's three plays in last game. Everyone, we threw for more yards than a lot of people have against that defense. But to us, we're like, man, we left 3 plays that could have gave us another 100 yards on the field. We're that close from doing that. So we're growing, and we're still trying to get that right. And hopefully we'll start hitting on all those.
Last one, Adam.
Derek, everybody knew about Ruggs' talent, his speed, what he can do on the field. We've all seen he's a first-round pick for a reason. But what have you learned about him as a person? Like, who is he? What kind of kid is he? What's he like to be around?
Oh, he's very competitive. He's if he doesn't do something exactly right, he's mad at himself. He's hard on himself. He's his hardest critic. Always working. Always laughing. He's funny. He's always joking around. I wouldn't call him a jokester, but I'd say he has a great time around his teammates. He's very easy to like, very easy to be around. I got nothing but great things to say about Henry. He's a lot of fun. He's a great teammate, and I'm excited. I'm excited to see what he can do even for us this week.
Go ahead. Last one, Paul.
Hey, Derek. So your Lakers got a championship. Your Dodgers got a championship. So what's next for your your other favorite teams?
Yeah, the Raiders are my favorite team. We gotta win some games. You know what I mean? That would be the trifecta for me. But yeah, shout out to my Lakers. Shout out to my Dodgers, man. I grew up going to Dodger games when I was a little kid. I've been to the Staples Center. We almost had one of our events at the Forum. So I'm all about the Lakers and the Dodgers, man. I grew up, going with our church group, or my dad and my brothers, going to Dodger games. Even I will apologize to the Dodgers, though. I forget who was pitching. They were pitching a perfect game into the 6th inning. And my mom said, oh, he's pitching one of those things. And then the next pitch, dude hit a jack out the left center field. So I was there for that, and I apologize. But we brought the trophy home, so it's good.